as Dash of Dave. He'll take some scraps and bits of this, turn them into something you can't miss. Junk journals, tapes, and crafts galore. He'll have you begging, show me more. Oh, Dash of Dave, oh, what a sight. Mixing colors, day and night.
Hi everyone, it's Dash of Dave here, and I'm back for another crafty video. So, we are still working on the house. So now what we need to do is, we need to build a fence or a hedge or something. So I came up with this idea, and hopefully you're going to like it. Sorry, this is the tree. We haven't lost the tree. It's just it's not glued down yet. So I created something without you, I'm afraid. So what I did was I got a car sponge. This is the tail end of it. Now I did this off camera because I wasn't sure whether it was going to work. It did. I got carried away and I painted them all. So I painted some of these car sponges. This was just a longer one. It was a curved one. It was like one of those ones that's almost like a figure of 8 shape. I just sliced it up and then I painted it with some acrylic paint. So we've gone from this to this. So it's like lots of different shades of green paint painted onto here. This is just acrylic paint on here, and I think I'm going to use this. Now I know it looks a bit perfect in places, but you know, we can crumple it and make it look less perfect, and it's not perfect in other places, so it kind of bends out, etc. But nature is not perfect, so I think we're going to have this as I've got lots of these pieces. I think we're going to have this as our fence around the house. I haven't quite worked out how many I'm going to need, and also if I'm going to need any more. Some are longer than others, maybe those two at the front. Like that. We'll have a nice gate on it. Obviously some of it might need to be cut down, so we'll have this. No, we'll go that way. We'll have this here. So I might just take the tree out for the time being. Here. And here. And we'll obviously cut this down and make it fit into the spaces, the gaps that we've got. There'll be a bit either side, so this one could be cut down to go onto the very back. So that's what I'm thinking for the hedge. So until really I've glued it down, you can't really tell. But there you go, that's a kind of what they look like. And they are sponges, you can tell, because I didn't paint the bottom. So yeah, so hopefully you like those. And we'll have to kind of find a way to kind of make them look less like they're separate pieces. But I'm very happy with them. I mean, like, we could always glue them together and actually can't really tell. So yeah, I'm really happy with the way those have turned out. So that's what I think what we're going to use for the hedges. I've decided with a hedge because it's a very, very traditional 70s thing, especially in the UK. Lots of hedges. I'm not sure why it was more hedges than it was wood. And you know, that's it. So that's just the case. I know that lots of places had iron railings around them originally, and then they were smelted for the war effort, and then post-war there was a shortage of supply. Maybe it's a supply issue. There wasn't much wood around. Wood was used for house construction and stuff. Well, the interior of house construction, because our houses aren't made of wood. Ours are made of either brick or stone. And then I know that lots of houses were built without any fences, and maybe people just planted, you know, hedges out of whatever they could get, and so that was, you know, planted with, I think at the time, privet hedges were quite cheap. Now if you try and buy a privet hedge, they're not. So the other thing is, I've got loads of these green things left, which I thought we could put in here as bedding plants. I've also got that gravel that I made, which I think we will use on the gravel leading up to the house, on the pathway. And then the only thing we need to do is we need to come up with some way to lay some turf that isn't going to be too intrusive. So I'll need to take into account how wide my hedges are. I know these hedges aren't going to be perfect. Perhaps I should have cut them with a hot knife or something, and it would have cut better. But I also was worried about my health, strangely. So let's just have a quick scout of how wide these are, how much space they're going to need to sit. Yeah, so I didn't cut them with hot glue. So I wanted to try something. So this time I'm going to try with you rather than without you. So the hedges I did without you, this time I want to try something and see how it goes whilst you're here as a witness. Not that I'm going to need an alibi or anything, but just so you can see. So I'm just going to use, I need something to stick it to, so I'm just going to use a piece of card. This is the card that I usually use for making my prototypes for my one-sheet wonders. So, what I was thinking is, I wondered if I could. Sorry, I'm being. It sounds like I'm being cagey, but I'm not. I'm just looking for a pair of gloves. So, I wondered if we could use some of this. This is cotton wool. So this is just Tesco's own brand, Fred and Flo. And the reason why I'm putting this on, I know it looks like, I know it will look like it's. You're thinking, hang on, it's white, Dave. It's going to look like snow. I'm putting these on because I can't stand the feel of cotton wool, really. Certainly don't like the squeakiness it makes in your fingers. What I was thinking is, you know how it goes oh, that hole. Oh, God, don't know how horrible that is. They're pulling that apart. I can feel that sound all the way through my bones. The hairs on my arms have just stood on end. When you pull it apart, it kind of goes fibrous. And I wondered if I could take advantage. Maybe that's not going to work. I wondered if I could take. Are these rolled? I wondered if I could take. Oh, they are rolled. Advantage of the fibrousness. Yeah, that. Take advantage of this fibrousness of this and make it look like grass. I know it's white. It's anemic grass. I wondered if I could colour it. Maybe with a green ink. Do I have a green ink? Do I have a green? Oh, I've got this green ink. So this is water-based ink. I don't know. I don't see any reason why it shouldn't take water-based ink. It's 100% cotton. It says 100% pure cotton, so it should take colour. Let's see what this. Oh, that's vibrant green. That turf, isn't it? So I wondered if that would be. We could make that look like turf. Right. Okay. Let's try another one. And roll it. Roll it, roll it, roll it. Yep. Dave, shut up. So I was just trying to pull some of the fibres out a bit. Maybe try and spread it out a bit as well. So it only needs to look like grass. It's not like anybody's going to be playing ball games on it, is it? And go for a dark green, maybe. That's blue. That's not the right colour. That's jade. Jade? What? It's dark green, kind of almost blue. Blue, lots of blue, more green, pasty green. Just seeing what kind of greens I have. Pesto green. Nope. So, I don't know. Like I say, don't know whether this is going to work. Just while he's playing at the moment. Oh. Is that more turf-like? Less turf-like? No, it might need to have some other green in it. Hopefully you can see what I'm getting at here. And I thought then if I kind of just air dry it, air gun it. You know what I'm talking about. Well, you probably don't, to be fair. Right, let's give this a go. So, don't know. What do you think? Let's see if we can just dab up some of the other colour. This one. This is way too vibrant, this green. But it's that kind of like texture that I like. This that looks like grass. That's way too green. I realise that. That's too vibrant green. But maybe I can mix it. Do I have something to mix it in? Of course I have something to mix it in. Have you met me? That's alcohol. Don't mix it in there. Alcohol, ink. What's that? What colour's this? There's another green. Oh, look, another green. Another green spray that we don't need, Dave. Right, let's mix some colour. Do I have any that's... I've got an empty one. Do I have a spray? I do. I have a... Oh no. Is it a broken spray? Does it work? I don't know. Don't need the blue, Dave. So I've put on there. Does that work? It's very hard to tell. Oh, I've lost the top now. Well, I can always swap out the thing anyway. Let's mix something. So, if I put some of this with some of this. This is way too dark, this one. So I don't want loads of that. And maybe some pesto. And we'll see what we get. Let's put that on there. Put this on there. Don't spray it at you, Dave. Don't put the lid on and squirt it in your eye. Ah, no, 'tis broken. 'Tis broken. 'Tis broken. 'Tisn't broken. 'Tis broken. So that one's not going to work. What colour is it? It's a bit more green though. It's a bit more grass green than I was expecting. That I wanted. It's more the colour I wanted. That's what I'm trying to say. So of course the first couple of sprays of that won't be the colour that I want because it's already got some of this left in it. I've just put the lid, that broken lid, on because I knew that it would just fall over otherwise. There you go. So, should we try that this time? Let's just try it on this blob. Oh, that's more grass green, isn't it? Yeah, fine. Try and dab up the excess. Right. They are life's little mistakes. Let's try. There you go. I was going to say, there's usually a piece that looks like it's been tucked in. The feel of this, I can't tell you, it's like torture. Because even I can even feel it through the gloves. It was torture as a child when, like, you know, you had toothache. I don't know whether this happened to you guys, but like my parents used to make me bite down on a piece of this soaked in brandy or whiskey. Basically, they got you drunk so you didn't notice the pain. All whilst feeling the hideous sense of chewing on cotton wool. Now, I don't know whether this is going to work, like I say. But I just liked that texture and I wanted to play with that texture. I mean, like, this is not the right texture at the minute, but maybe I could do with, does it need brushing? Like brushing the fibres out. You know, like carding, like you would have done if you were in a mill. Like if I was born in a different era, if I was in a Victorian mill, you'd be carding cloth. That's what carding is, isn't it? When you're separating out fibres ready for weaving. And like I say, it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to look a little like grass. Nobody's going to be playing on it, so that bit has got to cover the hole up. Right, might give that a spritz of this, preferably without the lines across it. So there's that. I might even just tamp it down, peel it up again. It's a bit patchy, that now. Maybe I shouldn't have tamped it down, or maybe I could just squeeze two together and see what that turns out like. Maybe I shouldn't pull it out so much. I think I'm determined to make this work. That's what I'm going to do. So if I put that on there, can I pull up some of that colour from there and also get rid of those horrible things that make it look like it's got some disease? No. It's the dark patches I don't like. I liked it before I squished it down. Although, you know, it looks like it's got either a disease or it looks like it's got weeds or something growing in it. Right, I might need to get the house back in. Trying to get a bit more of an idea. Might just use this just to tamp out some of this darker colour. And then if we get the house in and see what it looks like, at the end of the day, you're not going to see all of it, are you? So it's going to be behind a hedge. So let's have a look. let's just see. Let's move this out of the way, otherwise I'm going to get ink everywhere. Okay, right, let's put a hedge in and see. Oh, I don't know. It doesn't look too bad. I think that's all right, actually. I mean, it's nice and easy to shape and maneuver as well. Okay, let's go with that idea. So, more of this. I don't know whether this was the right thing to buy, or perhaps I should have bought like the sheets of. You can buy bigger pieces, can't you? Like bandage stuff. I think. I don't know. It's a long time since I bought cotton wool because I don't like it. So as I've explained, it's really hard to pull this out with gloves on. But I don't want to not wear gloves because I don't like it. I don't know. It's the lines in it that I'm not sure about. Let me just see if I've got anything else. Hang on. No, the only other way I have cotton wool is in these round pads. They kind of stick together and they peel apart. But I'm not going to be able to do it out of that. No, I think I'm going to stick with this. And I think if I just... Did the carding work? No. About that way up. No, still no different. I think if you just have that down the side, actually, let's see what it looks like when it's wet, because it did change the texture of it when it was wet. So. Does this do anything? Not really. Maybe stick that on top of there. This. Obviously we don't want to see any white bits anyway, so. And like I say, it's just got to go down round the sides, I think, of the house. Just didn't want it to be quite so patchy. Suck out some of this extra stuff. It's almost like felting it now, isn't it? I guess that's. I mean, if it's cotton wool, it's not wool. Oh, Dave, you have to go and ruin it. It was starting to look great, and then you ruined it. Oh well, it's fine. We'll just tuck it in. So I hope you kind of think that that looks grass-like. I know it's got some streaks in it now, but I might use that actually. Well, no, I will use that. I think I'm going to use that, he says, with that definite maybe. And then I want some for the front, so I need some more. Oh, maybe. Right, okay, let's see how much space I've got. Move that out of the way a minute. So if I put a hedge in the front, I could put like a circle of... I could turn those into soil. Make those, I don't know. I don't know. Now you're getting silly now, Dave. You're just getting silly. But yeah, I think I'm going to use that as the grass. So I'll need more. Should I have left it like that? Should I have more rows of it, like rolls of turf? Which bit comes off? That bit comes off. Leave it like that. Can I kind of squelch them together? Knit them together some way? And then see what that looks like. Oh, that's much nicer when you do it like that, Dave. I mean, that's not because of the way that the cotton wool was unravelled, but that hasn't taken, because I was spraying it across rather than in clumps. So maybe that's the way to do it. Just don't play with it, Dave, because you can then see the white bits. Should have had something on my mat before I started doing this, but hey. So I'm just going to do a few of these, I think. Get a few of these cotton wool balls out. Who'd have thought? I won't be able to touch this ever again, so... very thick turf, I think. I think between all of this, we're going to have something, but it's definitely going to be something. I need this to dry to be able to really make a informed choice. But I think I'm going to use it. I think I am. So I'm going to have those either side down the sides, and then this is going to be, it should be enough for the front. So I think I might just leave it at that. I'm going to dry this and then I'll come back to you. So. Oh, the other thing I was going to try is... Sorry, there was one other thing I was going to try. I was going to try and make those into what looked like... I don't know, see if I can make it look like soil. So, use a brown one on it. It's orange. I don't know whether that's brown. Just don't want to contaminate my grass. Could do with a thing there. Something to stop it getting dirty. Put a lot on to get it to soak up enough. Don't worry, I'll use the backdrop for something. Over there, and that one over there. Cool, so let me dry these and then I will come back to you.
Cut the cardboard in the light of day, crafting dreams the 70s way. A retro house, small and neat, built with love on paper streets. Glue and scissors, making marks, folding corners, crafting barks. Windows framed with careful hands, a miniature of bigger plans. Cardboard dreams.
Okay, so whilst I realise that this isn't perfect because you can see the white in it, I think it might do the job, because I can always cover the bits up that you can see, so I can just like brush it over and pull the strands over so you can't see the white so much. And also we've got to remember we've got to get the hedge in as well, so the hedge has got to come in, so maybe that's too wide. Maybe that is going to be enough. Just spread it out a bit. Maybe put the white bit down the side of the house and then you won't see it so much. Put that under there. that on there. I'm just going to mop it. No, I'm going to mock it up so you can get a bit of an idea what I'm talking about. I think it's slightly wider this side. No, maybe not. Yeah, maybe it is. Might need to flatten that down a bit more. Can always spray it a bit more as well. Put a few weeds sticking up in that bit. Get off me, everything. Just leave me alone. Leave it alone, please. And then this. So a bit this side and a bit to this side. Should we just do it? Let's just cut it, Dave. So we want it to have a bit more of a neat edge than that. And we're going to cut to about there. Because remember, we want the flower bed. And obviously we'll fill in the gaps like laying a carpet. Don't worry about the white bits, we won't see those. They'll be covered up. But if we put the hedge on the front, and then I was thinking for soil, I thought actually maybe I was thinking about using those, but no, I don't like it. I was thinking about using some coffee grounds. But anyway, that's kind of like how it'll look, and it's really, I can't tip it up for you, so hopefully you can see it. Let me just push it back a bit, hopefully you'll see it better then. Get rid of all of those. Of course we've got those bits as well. So I know it brings the I did want it to look unkempt, didn't I? So it brings the kind of line of the level of the grass up high, which is, we want it to look like it's been a bit overgrown. I don't know. I kind of like it. I'm not sure whether this is the right stuff, whether cotton wool balls flattened out is best. I'm going to try and get some of that, like these things, but that you can get them in square versions, because these just peel apart nicely like this, and they peel apart, and then like, if we flatten it down, that would be better if it was that kind of thickness. So maybe that is the right thing, but maybe cotton wool balls is the wrong substrate. So, because of course we've got it on this side, we've also got to get the tree in there, so that means that we would have to excavate. After that kind of going, I want some of the, I think if it was thinner you'd be able to see where the tree, or we might even be able to have them like that. Oh, actually that looks good, doesn't it? That's better. Yeah, so I think that's what we'll do as well. We'll look and see if we can get some, but you know, it's a fallback in case we need, in case I ever need to make a Grinch. I've got all the pre-dyed cotton wool I could possibly need. So it's not really not a productive day, in some ways it's not. It's, you know, you have to try these things out, don't you? So you have to try them out. Like, you know, it could have worked like the hedges, but it didn't. So I think what we should do is we should think about how we're going to plan this. So I was thinking about having these in the hedge, the bushes down here. Sorry, this is going to be planted. So I thought if I mix some coffee grounds with some glue, some matte glue, and it would look like soil. Like soil. I tell you what, let's go. Let me try that. So today looks like it's going to be an experimental day, because I don't have any coffee grounds, like I thought I had, but I do have some tea, some loose leaf tea, which I haven't used for a long time. I think it's probably out of date now. Well, you know, it'll have lost its flavour. So I could do with some matte medium in that. Collage medium. Crazy, no. Collage medium, matte. So some matte medium mixed into that, because I don't want it to be shiny. I'm hoping might be the thing. It might be revolutionary. Revelationary. It might be, yeah, it might be something like that. So I don't know how much I'm going to need, because I've never done it before. So let's just mix it in and see what happens. Because I need it to be like sticky, because otherwise it's not going to stay down. But I want it to look like soil. I mean, like it's starting to look like soil, and I haven't finished yet. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this is going to work. So let me get a better tool, scoopy tool. I don't want to put that back in the glue now. There we go. That can stay out of the tea grounds. At least it'll smell nice, won't it? So does it need a bit more? No, I don't think it does. I think that's enough, actually. Just think it needs to be mixed in better. Yeah, I'm going to put the lid back on that now. Right, of course, we want to actually stick it down though first. We don't want to do anything else. Let's use that now. Oh yeah, that's better. So, could do with them. So these are my wooden stirrers that I used so many of last time. What did I use them for? Window frames, doors and window frames. So long ago. Wow. So I could do with like a edging thing. So I am going to snip it, I think. And then we're going to pop that there, and we're going to cut it down to the right length. I'm going to stick that either side, so we're going to have one of them. Right, let's do another piece. Don't need these on anymore, do I? take them off. They're just inhibiting me doing things now. So, what I want to do is I want to put them on either side so that it doesn't go everywhere, but I want it to sit in a channel. So, let's get a ruler that I don't mind ruining. That's the ruler I've made the stuff with. Let's do this one first because that's easier to get to. So, there. Cut into that. And then push that into there. We'll glue it in. Yeah, we'll do that. So, where's my glue? Where are you? Where are you? Come on, glue. Where are you? Oh, there you are. So, bit of glue in the channel. Oh no, bit of glue in the channel. It's not even coming out, Dave. Doesn't need a lot of glue in there, it just needs something to hold it in. Push that in, push it down. Don't want it to go all the way down, like that. I think actually I want it to be lifted higher. You could be lifted, lifted, lifted. Yeah, like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not looking for perfection. I'm looking for rejection. No, it's not rejection. Not looking for rejection. Please don't reject me. Not easy to cut the wrong side of a ruler. Oops. And then I'll put this in this side, just enough to hold that in. Then that looks like a border, doesn't it? So like edging to our flower bed. And we'll do the same on this side, but might be a different length, so check it first. Do these two the same length. And then again, sorry, my chair was caught on the carpet. Again, we want a nice straight line down here. And we want a straight line down here, which again I'm going to cut on the wrong side. Oh, let's put that in first. No, let's not bother. Let's put that in there. Squeeze some in. Let's put, that's a straighter one of the two, put that there. Sorry, my fingers are all in the way, I realise, but I need to get it so it stands upright. That is a little bit lower down than the other side, but I think it's stuck there now. We're not going to get that moving. That one's not moving either. bit. No, make it more wonky, Dave. Just wonky the other way. And then when I fill the channels, I can fill them with this. So, oh, you know what the problem is though? You've left it too long, Dave. It's all gone. It's all no longer sticky. You've left it, Dave, you silly boy. Is it sticky still? Not really. Put some more collage medium in it then. I'm running out of spatulas though now. Just should be enough now to re-wet it, I would have thought. Don't need anything to stick it with. It definitely looks like soil though. Who knew that tea leaves could do so much? I mean, I knew you could read them, but I didn't know that you could turn them into soil. Well, I knew you could compost them, but I didn't know you could create faux soil out of them. Right, let's put some of that. Oh, that might be a bit much, Dave. In there. Oh dear, I think you might have made a bit much, Dave. I might have to get my fingers in there. I think I've pulled some of the green paint off this time round, but oh well. Looks like it's got some new shoots in there. So the green is off the thing that I mixed it in. I didn't think the paint had come off, but it has. But like I say, we're not going to let it deter us or put us off. There's no setbacks here. We're just creating as we go. And if things don't go the way we expected, it's a happy accident. There we go. That should look like soil. Try and neaten that bit up. And some on this side, quick before it dries. Okay, just gonna put my fingers in there, I think, because it's getting dry now again. Problem with putting your fingers in though, Dave, is that it sticks to your fingers. Oh, I love the way the soil has turned out. I love the effect of it. I didn't realise that it would look so good, to be fair. Well, to get it all in there and then pat it down. Don't want to pat it down too much though. I want it to have a bit of texture to it. needs a bit more texture on the top of there. Some loose bits. Smells lovely, I will just say. I do feel like I need a cup of tea now though, so. I've got a bit made of a bit of a mess. So I'm going to keep that. I know it's dried, but I'm going to try and just put it in something, and I'm going to wet it before I put it in something, before it completely dries. Do with some like cling film over it. Oh, I've got cling film right here. Going to put this, empty it into here. And just wrap that up. Keep it nice and moist. Cool. So let's get rid of the excess. That's all on the work surface now. I'll just wait for that to dry properly before I try and get rid of the rest of it. So let's just sweep these bits up. Do with the desk vacuum cleaner, I think. And then, of course, I could also, I'll have to wash those up. And that. Get off me. Actually, let's use that to get that out. So the gravel, maybe that's the next thing to do, is the gravel. Let's do the gravel, Dave. Right, I'm going to use this matte medium because it seemed to work nicely as a substance for adhering with. I'm going to put some of this on here and hope that I can get this gravel stuff to stick into it. So I want it to have some texture to it, so it's not too thin layer, because we want the gravel to be quite chunky, crunchy. I know I've got a bit of tea leaves in there. Soily tea leaves. Soiled tea leaves. Well, next time I come to that, I'll be like, what's those black bits in it? It's tea leaves. I can read your tea leaves for you. Right, now let's scoop some of this up and put some of that into the... might have been a bit hasty with this, mightn't I? It might be a case of I wished I'd left it until I'd finished the rest of it, but you know me, nothing ventured, nothing gained. We'll just find a creative way around the problems that we encounter later. So I'm going to do it quite thickly because I think I might just get rid, like the bits that haven't stuck down, I'll get rid of afterwards. So just going to push it down into them. I'll push them down into it. I mean, there we go. Cool. I'll keep the rest of those. Oh, big bit of earth just squeezed off. I guess until I know how well that's stuck, I can't really do anything about that. So that's where we currently are. So I don't think I'm going to do any more to it today. I think what I'm going to have to do is get some of that cotton wool if I can. I think cotton wool is the answer. It gives me the colour that I want. Kind of gives me the look that I want. And then we can then create, I know there's more green on this side, but I think what we will do is we'll do some of the you know, the expand it stuff. I might put some more of that because this is already coloured. Yeah, it's already coloured. And we could put some of the expand it on the soil and then do like we did with the tree. Make it look like, I might go a bit darker with that actually. I don't know how well it would react to putting some alcohol ink in there, so I might go darker with that and then make it, because I've got to use it up anyway. So go a bit darker, have some like buds of something, use some of this maybe with it, and some hints of colour. So I might just dab some colour on. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I think that's where we're going to leave it for today. So I thought I might have finished it this week, but I don't think I will. I think it's going to be maybe finished next week. Who knows, the week after. But yeah, there we go. What? Oh, just had a thought. Oh no, Dave, don't be childish. No, I want to be childish. I'm taking one for the team here, folks. I'm just going to pull this apart because I don't like it. Oh. You're thinking, what on earth is he doing, Dave? I was thinking maybe I could have some smoke in the chimney. Okay, so I don't know about the smoke, with or without the smoke. You decide. So, yeah, that's it. So that can always be added in afterwards. So that's it for today. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've liked this. Who knew that tea could be so versatile? So go and make some tea into soil, or make some tea to drink. Who knows? All right then, folks. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Dash of Dave, and I love you all without exception until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to. We can all clap along to that if you like. Don't clap on your own, Dave. Somebody will throw you a fish. So, yes. So have a lovely day, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever it is with you. I will see you all in the next video. Don't forget to give this a like. You can comment, you can share it. I'd love you to share it, and definitely subscribe, and I will see you all another time in the next video. So thank you very much for watching. My name is Dash of Dave, and I will see you next time. Take care, folks. Lots of love. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Lots of hugs, and I'll see you very soon. Take care. Bye.